Evening, y'all. Chief Prepper here. It's been a busy 30 days. Today was the first day I've taken where I wasn't actively engaged in moving an entire household. So we're coming to the end of it. We'll hope to wrap it up Tuesday and then sell the house on Thursday. So that's not why I'm here to talk to you guys. My audience is not very big, and I'm not worried about that. If I can just reach a few people and then maybe they reach a few people, that's what's important. So I need you all to do some digging about what I'm getting ready to say, so it's not just me talking to you. But you can respect this one thing. With the exception of the Twin Tower bombings the first time and then the second time where they brought them down. And the bombing of the federal building in Oklahoma City, we really haven't had fighting here in the U.S. Post World War II, we had Korea, but it was fought overseas. We had Vietnam, policing action. Well, call it what the fuck you want. People were dying. It was war. All right, overseas. Bosnia Herzegovina, Croatia, overseas. Uh, Somalia, overseas. If we have attacks here in America, uh, people are going to have to reach down and pull their boots up. People here in America just don't fucking understand what war is like. I was watching John Oliver last week tonight. That cocksucker actually had the nerve to say that they need to stop attacking Hamas, the Jews. I've been around 50 plus years. I don't ever recall Israel attacking anybody. I do recall them retaliating and defending their people. And I've said this. I'm a fan of just put a nuke on Gaza. And at this point, I'm like, don't tell them. And then after they nuke them, if some other fucking Arab or Muslim country has a fucking hard on for them, put a nuke on that ass too. I mean, people have been killing each other over there in God's promised land since the beginning of time. Cain and Abel, back in that, all the way back to there. It all leads back to there. And, you know, some of what he said is true. When you're killing them, you're creating tomorrow or the future enemies of your country. But at the same time, what can be said about Hamas? They started it. So, but do your digging. There are places right now in Ukraine where churches have been targeted, libraries have been targeted, museums have been targeted, and that's according to 60 Minutes tonight that I watched. And then there are places in the world right now where you only get a few hours of electricity a day, at least provided for by the government. When I was in Iraq, we had power on our forward operating base provided by generators that ran 24 hours a day. We did go without power a few times because generators were taken out by rockets and mortars. But, man, it's hard living. I told y'all, we had the safety and security of the forward operating base to fall back to. If shit goes sideways here in the U.S., your forward operating base is going to be you and whatever hired guns you can have. I mean, literally. Or family. So I'm going to be trying to make some big moves in the next 6 months. Try to get the fuck out of here and get somewhere where I have a support group that I don't currently have. So I would encourage all of you to seriously think about that. Even if we go kinetic hot and they bring the draft back and recall people, there will be a few months before we'll be fighting somewhere because they need time to train people to replenish the people that will lose. So, don't know what to say. I mean, there's a lot of bad shit brewing. Food shortages, you know, cold winter, electrical grid may not hold. At least down here in Texas, they've come out and publicly said that. Uh, we don't know how to live without electricity. Now I got backup power set up, so I'm okay. But I'm only okay for a certain amount of time because only got a certain amount of fuel. I had a thing on my list of my things to do a week and a half ago, and I got done. I gotta get out there, write down all the model numbers of the generators and the engines, so I can order at least 2 spark plugs, maybe 3 per generator, and then filters. I got oil on hand already, but I need to get more. You need to learn how to do that kind of stuff if you've got generators. This is all there is to it. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, got an itch. So, I'm watching The Gilded Age. I really like the show. It's kind of cool. But anyway, started doing some research on what life is like in a war zone. Because if things go sideways here, that means that it's going to be like that here. I need to get off my ass and do some research on Alaska Prepper's videos and find that damn video he talked about, that book. I need to order it and read it. It's not very long, but I want to read it and be able to say I read it, because I recommended all of you read it as well. Another thing you can do, they just had the marathon of the Band of Brothers on what life might be like for you in a war zone. Very sad series, but very inspirational, motivational. I don't think we have that generation of people in America anymore. I don't think they exist. If they do, there ain't enough of them. So, information is knowledge and power, y'all. Keep prepping. Keep working on everything. I've had a operation and surgery that I'm still recovering from. I may have a complication, so I may have to go under the knife again. I don't know yet. So I do know I'm still having pain, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, information is knowledge and power. Live a little, prep a lot. Chief Prepper, out.